Hey everyone, welcome into our November version of Bobcat Tracks. Gabe Genovese back with you. Got an exciting episode for you today. We're going to talk to three athletes here at Ohio. Zane Lehman of Ohio Wrestling, Zita Zoki of Swim and Dive, and Morgan Rogers of Women's Golf. Again, we're back monthly with these Bobcat Tracks episodes. Started last month with Davion Weatherspoon of Ohio Football and Maddie Long of Ohio Volleyball, and now back here with three awesome guests this afternoon as crossover season ramps up here in November. Fall season starting to end, winter season underway, so it's a very, very busy month across Ohio athletics. We hope to see you out, obviously, across all events over the next few weeks as the fall seasons wind down and we get going here in the winter. So we'll start this episode with Zane Lehman of Ohio Wrestling. He's a captain on this wrestling team as they ramp up their season here in November. Really good interview. Thanks to Zane for joining us. And here he is, Zane Lehman on Bobcat Tracks. We've got Zane Lehman here on Bobcat Tracks with us. Zane, thanks for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Dude, you're in your fifth year here at Ohio Night.
Don't make me sound too old.
I know. You feel like an old man?
My body's starting to feel a little bit like an old man, but no, I'm loving it still, yeah.
Nice. You're originally from Akron. You know, when you think back 5 years ago, what led you to Ohio / what drew you to Athens?
It was during that time, recruiting process was definitely a little different. It was during the COVID time, so you didn't get like the overnight stay and some of the other recruiting stuff that prior classes got and now the classes get to. So I kind of got some just Zoom calls with Coach Greenlee. Then I got to come down here and just kind of walk around the campus and see it for myself and. Kind of going through that process, I got to talk to a lot of coaches, and right away when I talked to Greenlee, my family's from Iowa. My mom's side is at least. She's from Iowa, so kind of having that Zoom call with him and just kind of getting that sense of that like hard-nosed wrestling and who Greenlee is. And if you met Greenlee, you know what I'm saying when you talk to him. It's kind of like that just sparked it right away. Fell in love with him and kind of his coaching philosophy and who he was, and then the deep history of Ohio wrestling, and then as well as when I came down here, I fell in love with this campus. This campus is beautiful. It's not too far away from home, and I just really like it, and especially the guys, too, here at the time. They were some great guys, and I like the culture they had.
Yeah, you kind of answered my next question there. I was going to ask what those original Zoom calls were like with Greenlee. Was he okay with the technology? Was he okay getting on there and chatting?
He was all right. He's Sarge was barking a lot, so it's kind of funny. He was like, "Oh, Sarge, that's my dog." So he cracks you up though. He was definitely there was some technical difficulties at first, but no, we got through. We worked with them, and it was definitely a fun experience though.
Nice. How'd you originally get into wrestling as a kid? What brought you to the sport?
It was definitely something that was just kind of like in my family. My dad kind of did a little bit in high school. My brother, watching him grow up, that was my inspiration. We traveled all over the place watching my brother compete, and I got to kind of start at a younger age and definitely fell in love with it. That was for sure. And I tried to quit in sixth grade. I tried to quit to play basketball. That didn't work out so well. I quit for 3 days. There was a little dispute in the house. My brother and dad just didn't like that and weren't talking to me as much, and I felt like I should maybe stick with wrestling. So yeah, that was definitely for sure. But just growing up watching my brother was it was something cool, and I really loved what he was chasing and kind of got to see how it built him and things like that. So yeah, it just really made me fall in love with it from an early age.
That's funny. So you didn't last long in the basketball world then?
3 days. That's all it was. I figured real quick this wasn't for me, and I might want to stick to wrestling.
About 3 days. What did it mean to you just to have your brother to look up to, and how much of an influence did he have on your wrestling style and in the way you play the sport?
A lot. I think a lot of our styles are very similar. We're both kind of not real flashy. My number one move's a high crotch. His number one move's a high crotch. He had this kind of move in high school. They called it the layman at our high school. Is put the arm on the back and kind of turns into like a cow catcher. That was kind of like one of my golden moves in high school. So he had a big influence on me, and just watching him, because like the 7-year age difference that's a decently sized gap. So especially when I really started to get into the sport, my middle school years and then early high school, that's when he was going through college. And then I also got to see later glimpse of high school career too is when he really fell in love with it. So it played a huge role in to kind of watching when he was kind of doing all those extra workouts and doing things like that. It was just inspiring to watch. I was like, wow, this is kind of something cool. If you put a lot into it, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So it just really kind of motivated me, and that's when I kind of think I really truly fell in love with the sport
Yeah.
watching him.
Yeah, you said they call it the layman at your high school.
They do. Our coach started calling it because we hit it so much.
Named after your brother, named after you, both.
I'll go him. I'll go him. He was the one that hit the most at first.
You're gonna give him that nod. When did you know that you could do this at the collegiate level? When did you know you could take your game to the next level?
I think sophomore year is when everything kind of started clicking a little bit in the sense of like I fell in love with the sport to a different level. I was kind of working out. It was nice because that's when he was in college, and I got to go up there, wrestle with some of those boys and wrestle with him. And I was wrestling at Seasons Club by us and doing some extra workouts. And I was putting a lot of time in, and that's when the results kind of started to show. I think a lot, and I started clicking, just kind of changing some levels a little bit, competing with guys in the club that I was at, and things were just starting to look a little brighter. And that's when I kind of realized, yeah, this is something definitely for me, and I definitely want to take it to the next level. And that's when I was a 3-sport athlete growing up, and the first 2 years of high school, I quit football and I quit baseball so I could just kind of dedicate everything to wrestling because like I said, I truly fell in love with it, and I just loved with how much you put into it, what you got out of it.
Yeah, nice. So you quit basketball in the sixth.
I wouldn't even say I played that sport.
And then football and baseball came later. We stuck with wrestling. How often does your family get to come watch you wrestle here in Athens?
Oh, they don't miss a beat. I think they've missed one match my whole college career. To be honest with you, they love this sport. They really do. They travel just about everywhere to watch me, and that's just something too. Is like it's special. It really is. Kind of especially now that I'm kind of a little more mature and kind of had a year to step back from the sport. It's just unbelievable how grateful I am for that. That's not everyone has that opportunity to have a support system like I do, and they're always there telling me they love me and everything, no matter what the wins or losses. So it's really cool to have them there, and I'm so forever grateful for that.
Yeah, you mentioned kind of taking a step back. For those that don't know, you dealt with an injury last year. How has that kind of forged you mentally? And you just said it. What did it mean to have a support system around you, not only in your family but in your teammates as well?
Yeah. It helped a lot. It kind of taking that pressure off you a little bit and stepping back and just kind of focus on yourself and not have to worry about competing, other things like that was huge. I think I matured a lot mentally, but also physically. I got to kind of just focus on my body and get healthy again to kind of make one more run. So that was something that was absolutely huge in that aspect. But the support system here is unreal. It really is. There's no way it would have been possible without the coaches we have here, the guys that were behind me, supporting me day in and day out, and then especially the trainers here. I can't say enough good things about Hannah Hilgeman. She's one of the best in the country. She truly cares about us, and she really is one of the best. And especially James over at Peden, he is unreal too. Without those two, I don't know where I would be right now, and I definitely wouldn't be probably competing for my 5th year after the injuries I had. So yeah, I'm so thankful for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, how's the body feeling now? We feeling good this year?
Oh, we're ready to go. We're feeling really good.
You've had a heck of a career here at Ohio. I mean, I could go on and on. You were 18-8 as a freshman, 17-9 as a sophomore, as I look at my notes here and don't mess it up. But you 7-0 in the MAC your sophomore. You made that NCAA tournament trip. What did that nationals trip mean to you, and what was that experience like?
It was unreal. It was definitely eye-opening. It was that was a good year. We started a little rough, but then towards the end there, that's when we really got hot. And I think it was huge. It was eye-opening, showing me that, hey, I'm one of those guys that could definitely compete at this level, with a higher level, and I'm one of these. I think I'm up there with some of those great guys that I could definitely compete with, and it was just like a little mental block to, hey, like you're getting past that stepping stone. And I think even junior year, I wrestled pretty beat up, but I was still competing early on with some really good dudes, guys that went on and did some great things. I had wins against them, so just even after those wins, it showed like, hey, you belong here. You just got to get yourself right and get healthy, and then. I think some stones will turn this year. Yeah,
you were captain your junior year then, and now you're captain again this season, back on the mat. What is that? I assume, I don't want to get it wrong. In wrestling, you guys vote. Other your teammates vote on captains, or is that a coach's decision?
Here's been a coach's decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that say about how do I want to word it? How proud do you feel that your coaches can rely on you and can trust in you to lead this group?
Yeah, I think that's huge. Definitely, it just shows you that I'm doing something right here, and then day in and day out, and I think it's just gives you a little boost to hey, keep doing what you're doing. I try not to let that let that hold me to a higher standard or anything like that. It's just show up with a great attitude, be thankful and grateful that you're here every single day and have this opportunity because this is a dream that I was dreaming about ever since I was young to be at this level. So yeah, it's definitely huge. It's awesome, but again, like I don't want to hold myself to a higher standard. I'm just another guy, just like all these other guys, and I just want to show up, work hard every single day with a smile on my face, and just make sure that I'm making everyone's proud that I'm representing Ohio the right way.
That's awesome, dude. Lastly, you talked about how much Joel has meant to you and how much this program has meant to you. What lessons do you think you'll take for the rest of your life from this coaching staff and your teammates over the last 5 years?
There's a lot of lessons that I've just learned and ingrained into my mind for every single day. And one has just kind of been like you're gonna be presented in life with some opportunities that you may not feel good about, that you may not feel 100% about, or things like that. But you just got to give your 100% effort no matter what, and that's like the only thing you really can control in life is your effort and your attitude towards those things. And especially Cody Walters has been a big mentor of mine since I've been here. That dude has changed the way I've looked at life and the way I look at wrestling and everything. That dude, he's one beat up guy, but he comes every single day with his shoes on, ready to go for just for us because it's bigger for him than it's bigger for him to step on, make sure that we're getting what we need out of this process because that's what he got. That's what he got when he was here out of the process was having coaches that did that, stepped up and made sure that he was getting everything he needed to be as great as he was. So that's something Cody and Coach Greenlee and Pac, they've done a great job of just distilling some great characteristics into us that we can just take into every single day of our lives that you wake up and have an attitude and effort that you can control and go get it.
Thanks, dude. Good luck the rest of the way this season.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks again to Zane for joining us here on Bobcat Tracks. Just a really great guy. Wish him and the wrestling team all the best this season for a successful year in his 5th year, obviously coming back from injury. So glad he got to come back for one more season for Joe Greenlee and his staff. And now we'll move over to the pool and Zita Zoke of Swim and Dive. Zita, a native of Serbia. You'll hear her talk about it at the beginning of this interview. Just so grateful she's here at Ohio, and obviously she loves to be here as well. And she's been really, really successful in her first 2 years with the Bobcats. So here's Zita Zoke on Bobcat Tracks. Welcome back into Bobcat Tracks. Zita Zoke joins us from Ohio Swim and Dive. Zita, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So for those that don't know, you're a native of Serbia.
Yes.
That's where you come to Ohio from. How did you hear about Ohio / how'd you make your way here to Athens?
Yeah, so after high school, I was planning to think about what should I do next. And I knew that coming to America is a big thing, especially coaches from America are looking for good swimmers. So then a lot of coaches already reached out to me, and then I was talking with a couple of schools, and I had a really good friend in here in Ohio. So I talked to her, and she said to me that she really loves to be here. And I think the next day I already talked with Mason, with the head coach, and I really loved it. So then this is how I end up here.
When did you start swimming? How long have you been swimming for?
I started swimming when I was 4.
Okay.
My first competition was when I was 5. So I've been swimming for a long time.
Your whole life, basically.
Yes.
What were those first conversations with Mason like?
He kind of just explained to me how are the practices, how is the team culture, and he showed me how is the place because I had no idea how Athens looks like or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, he really gave me a good insight how everything looks in here. So yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah. You saw that, or you mentioned that you've been swimming since you were 4. You had been
Yes.
in competition since you were 5. I think I read the Hungarian Swimming Federation. Is that what you were a part of, like in high school before you came here?
Yes. So I was in the Serbian Federation
Okay.
first, and then for high school I changed to Hungarian Federation, and I was practicing there, and I lived there basically. So yeah, I was living there for 5 years in Hungary.
I would say for those of us that might not know what that is, or what the situation is, so you are living there and you're just like you're basically swimming and practicing, you know.
Yeah. So my family stayed in Serbia.
Okay.
It's we just have a border.
Yeah.
Um, I got to go home every weekend. But I was swimming there, and I was going to high school too. So I was just swimming and studying
Yep.
basically.
Yep. What's that? You mentioned you get to go home every weekend there. Now, obviously, you know, it's not such a quick trip home. What's it like to be away from your family and kind of find a new family here, at Ohio?
Yes. Well, it's hard for
Yeah.
sure. My freshman year was a little bit hard, but I feel like since I've been away home from home since I was 13, I'm kind of used to it. I sometimes have hard days when I miss my family and I just want to see them, but thankfully I can talk with them on the phone. Also, that's a lot of helping that the families in here and all my teammates family and my teammates are supporting, and they help me a lot. So for example, all the Christmases or Thanksgivings I went to other families, which was really fun. I got to experience my first Thanksgiving here,
Okay.
which I really loved. I really loved the food there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually my freshman years I went to 2 houses for my two of my teammates for Thanksgiving, so I got to try two
D-
Thanksgiving foods in one day.
yeah.
So that was amazing.
Double the food
Yes.
in one day. You got any Thanksgiving plans this year?
Yes, I'm going to my teammate's house for Caroline's. Um, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know Caroline. We've been practicing a lot together, and we got really close to each other. So I really love to spend time with her. So I'm really excited.
What's it meant to you to just kind of be embraced here and be embraced by your teammates and really develop those relationships? As you said, it's a lot to have to deal with new classes and a new state. What's it meant to you to have those friendships?
Yeah, so I'm trying to give a good example to everyone, especially for lower classmen, and I really try to um, push each other with my teammates and talk to each other, especially when we have a hard time. I feel like it's really important to talk about it. Um, well, I feel like it's it's been it's really nice that everyone is so open in here and open to talk and supportive. So I think that's a big thing that is helping me.
Yeah. In the pool, I know you've been swimming your whole life, but what have you learned from Mason and the rest of the coaching staff these last few years?
Yeah, so I feel like I learn a lot from them, especially that I can have fun in practice.
Yeah.
I don't have to be just like, just focusing on swimming and not even smiling or not even talking. And they help me a lot to be open and have some fun at practice. Like it's really important, and the practices are so much better too in a good environment and when it's fun. So yeah, they really helped me a lot with my mental
Yeah.
like everything with mentally. So yeah, I'm really thankful for them for sure.
Yeah, how is that? How is being able to, like you said, just kind of relax more and have more fun? How has that helped you in the pool? How has that helped you in your
It
races?
helped me a lot. I know that before I came here, I developed a really bad competition anxiety, which I know a lot of athletes are dealing with that. So I feel like being able to trust myself and trust the process and just like relax, because it's supposed to be fun, the competition, because you do all the hard work in practice. So I feel like being able to relax and just like focus on myself helped me a lot to be able to swim good in the meets.
Yeah, you talk a lot about mental health and
Yes.
how this coaching staff and your teammates has helped you mentally. How is that different from what you've been used to your whole life?
Um, I feel like there are a lot of things in mental health. Well, it's different for sure. I feel like at home I mostly just focused on practices.
Yeah.
Didn't even talk, didn't even smile, just like did the practice and went home
Yeah.
and just thinking about swimming, swimming, swimming. And now that I'm here, I don't just think about swimming. I think about everything else, and it's so much more fun. it's
Yeah.
I'm stressing like a lot of times, but I feel like swimming has to be a relaxing time when I can just think about one thing and not like everything else, you know?
Yeah. Is that if is that a crucial part of what Ohio offers and how you're able to be so successful here?
Yes, yes, that's pretty sure. I mean, all my teammates and the team and the coaches and people around me are helping me a lot with that, and yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. In the pool, for those that don't know, you were Ohio's first NCAA qualifier since 2014 as a freshman. I mean, I could go on and on. You were the conference swimmer of the year as a freshman. You were first team All MAC. You were an All American last year. I don't want to. I don't want to get the year wrong. First Ohio swimmer to earn All American since 2000. I can keep hyping you up if you want, but what does it say about this program and like we've been talking about your coaching staff that you've really been able to grow as a swimmer and as a person here the last couple of years?
hmm Well, I feel like first of all, the team culture
Yeah.
is amazing. We really try to push each other and race each other so we can get better, and I feel like um, the coaches are doing a really good job with that, and especially after every meet, we talk about how what we did good and what we did bad and what we can improve. So I think it's really important, and yeah, also in every practice we try to focus in little things. Uh, this um, this season we are really trying to focus on more kicking, more explosiveness, some different dry land. So yeah, we are trying everything. So and try different things so we can get better.
What do those accolades mean to you?
What?
What do those accolades mean to you? So the all conference awards and the all American awards, like what does that mean to you?
It's a really big honor
Yeah.
to be recognized like that, and after every time when I get recognized, I just have um another motivation to do better and do more and practice harder. So yeah, that means a lot to me.
Yeah, what is for those that might not know a swimmer's day-to-day schedule or day-to-day grind, like what do you guys go through on a daily basis? What's your schedule look like throughout the
Yeah,
season?
so we have two practices a day, sometimes two swim practices, sometimes lifting in the morning and then swimming in the afternoon. Swimming practices are usually taking 2 hours. Um, and we have different groups, for example, like stroke groups, sprint or distant groups. And we have practice on Saturday too, swimming and then lifting. And then we have dry land as well, 3 times a week. So that's
A
I
lot.
mean, that's a lot. Yeah, we've been used to it. I've been doing this for years, so that's fine. But um, with school, sometimes it's a lot of stressful, but we are trying our best.
Yeah. What does the rest of the season look like for you guys?
Well, next week is mid-season, which is um, so weird because we just had a couple of dual meets and it's
Yeah.
already mid-season. So yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
Yes.
Time flies.
Yes.
If you had to if you had to tell someone about Athens, if you had to try to almost sell someone like, hey, like you should come here for reasons X, Y, and Z, what would you say about your program and
hmm
this campus?
I would say the people here, the whole atmosphere, the whole place, and just the mentality is so awesome that you can grow in here. Like me, I just grew. Like I came here and I got better in every situation. So I would say you don't lose anything if you come here. Just gain more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us, Zita.
Thank you.
Thanks to Zita once again for joining us here on Bobcat Tracks. Obviously, just such a cool story. So glad she's here in Athens with this program and a heck of a career thus far. MAC Freshman Swimmer of the Year, her freshman year, a MAC champion and an All-American. Her sophomore season last year, obviously, has her sights set on big things this year. So Zane and Zita were our first two. Now we'll go over to women's golf in Morgan Rogers. Morgan, originally from Centerville, Ohio, from right here in the state. Obviously thrilled to be here playing for Ohio, and another great guest here on Bobcat Tracks. Here she is. Morgan Rogers from women's golf here with us now on Bobcat Tracks. Morgan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So recurring guest, I just found out you hopped on last year as well, but always good to catch up. I kind of want to, for me, who's I'm new here, and for anyone that might not know you, you're originally from Centerville. You're from right here in the state. When did you start to play golf and kind of know like, hey, I'm kind of good at this?
So I started doing little camps when I was around 8, and then I started taking lessons when I was 10. So kind of tried all the different sports as a kid, wasn't good at any of them. So started playing golf, and I just really enjoyed it. So just kind of stuck with it, started taking lessons, and then signed up for tournaments.
Did anyone in your family play?
No, just me.
Just you?
Yeah, so I started the camps, and my parents weren't really sure because they hadn't played. So it was kind of something new for the whole family, but it ended up working out.
So it was just, hey, none of these other sports are really working out. Let's grab some clubs and
Yes,
see if
exactly.
that works out.
And I liked being outside and
Yeah.
just kind of being in nature. So that also kind of helped.
Did any friends join you or anything, or was or were you riding solo out there a good amount?
So I actually met some of my closest friends through junior golf,
Nice.
and we're still friends like to this day. So I signed up for my first tournament ever, and I met one of my best friends who plays at UD, and we're still friends to this day. I just saw her last week, and yeah, so I think just kind of meeting people along the way has been huge. And then we had a middle school program. It was the first year when I was in 6th grade. So Centerville kind of started that right when I was in middle school. So I got to meet a lot of people through that.
What's your favorite aspect of the game?
I would say definitely the mental part. I think that's like fascinating to me. And just kind of one thing I do after every round is I journal a lot. And so kind of finding common themes in my journal. And so before a new tournament, going back and looking at my journal of things that went well. So I think I learn a lot from when I play well during rounds. So just learning from when things are kind of clicking in good rounds, and then trying to kind of replicate that into future rounds.
So it seems like you kind of thrive in that mental aspect. You like you said, journaling and reflecting. Does that help you play more free when you're out there?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that definitely helps. I think just kind of having a goal. One thing that I've definitely worked on this season is trying to focus on the process and not being like results oriented and being process oriented. So if I'm focusing on a part of my game like mentally, or focusing on just like visual execution. So if I can visualize every single shot, then that's going to be a win for me. So after every shot, if I visualize it well, then I say, okay, it was a good shot, regardless of kind of what happens.
In high school, you were second team All-State. You were a good player. When did it kind of click for you that you could play at the next level? And when did you start to have talks with Ohio and Kelly it was an idea that you could come here?
So I would say after my freshman year in high school, I was really close with the team and we had a good program and I had a great high school coach and I loved being a part of the team. So that's when I really decided I want to play in college. So I started talking to coach a little bit later, I would say towards like the end of my or beginning of my junior year. And so was talking to her and then I visited, absolutely loved it. And they had scripts for my major
Yeah.
because I'm journalism. And I just loved coach and I met some of the players, loved them, and I just fell in love with the campus. So I committed July 4th before my senior year.
Nice.
And yeah, I was able to play really freely after that in high school. It was before my senior year, so I like played really well after that
Pressure
because it
was
was just
off.
like the stress was gone of like
Yeah.
recruiting. So yeah, I just absolutely loved the school.
How much of an impact has Kelly had on your game in the last few years?
Oh, I would say a huge impact. One thing that I really appreciate of her as a coach is her ability to coach me on the course and kind of get me out of when I'm struggling and get me out of a rut on the course. And one thing that she's great at is just coming up and reminding me of like a word or phrase that we've talked about in practice and just bringing it back to basics of, okay, hit the fairway, okay, hit the green, okay, let's just make the putt. And just really like bringing it back to very, very basic things and getting like smaller picture instead of bigger picture.
Yeah, what's your favorite thing about playing golf here at Ohio?
I would say the team. I mean, we had a great team my freshman and sophomore year, and I think we're building on that this year. I just love everyone on the team, and I think that translates on the course because we're so close off the course. And I think coaches created a really good culture and people who want to work hard and people who care about each other. And sometimes it's hard at programs to find people that really care about each other, and we have that here.
Obviously, that, like you said, that helps on the course, that helps
Mhm.
with the game. But how does that help in life? Like, how does that help? Just going about your guys' business as a college student and off the course as well.
I think definitely one thing in college that everyone kind of finds out is you have to find out how to interact with a bunch of different people from different backgrounds and who might be very different from you. And I think that the team, we might all come from different places, but we have like a common goal. And so I think being able to work as a team under a common goal and we all have a common passion, I think that's a really important thing that we can take moving forward into our careers and in life.
Spring season starts in February. You guys had
Yes.
a pretty good fall season. You guys got first place at the Rocket Classic. You
Mhm.
were top 5 finishes in several other invitationals. What do the next few months look like for you guys? What is kind of this winter off season, but not really off season? Like, what does it look like for you guys?
So for us, this year we're really fortunate. We have the cage and we have the Joe putting room. And so those were made possible by our donors, which we really appreciate because that made a huge difference last year with our games in the off season and just being able to prepare for the Bermuda grass in the putting room and being able to get numbers on the TrackMan, and that's a huge thing for us. And so it will just be a lot of that. We'll go to Walter a little bit and hit into the nets, but most all practice is going to be in the combo here and just working on the simulators and working on kind of shot analysis and shot execution into greens and just getting feel around the putting green and chipping and all of that. So we'll do structured practices in there. We'll play a lot of courses. There's a lot of great courses on TrackMan. So we'll do a little league with the men's team and a competition that way. And so we'll play and we'll practice and we'll kind of throughout each week just try and get ready for the courses we're going to see in spring.
Yeah, so for anybody that might not know what she's referencing, everything is indoors. It's everything that
Yes.
you guys get to use here in the combo
Mhm.
and use that facility, and that's thanks to donors. Anyone out there, we obviously we all greatly appreciate it. What does that that you just mentioned, competitions and friendly competitions with
Mhm.
either the men's team or throughout your guys' team, like just how fun is that to be able to keep the competitive juices flowing, and obviously how does that help you guys come the spring?
I mean, I think it's huge. It's definitely going to help us, like you said, stay sharp competitively, which is kind of tough in the winter, especially in Ohio. It's hard. We're not from down south,
Yeah.
so definitely just having a place in the winter when it's really cold, when it's snowing like yesterday, to go and we can play a bunch of courses from all over, and we can mess with the conditions, and even just going in there and having a swing lesson with a FaceTime with one of our coaches or something like that. So working on our game, but also like you said, just having competition, and I mean that's unmatched, and so we're really fortunate to have that here.
Yeah, I've been kind of ending every interview these past couple months with this question. If you had to sell Athens to someone, if you had to, like, and not just Athens, like your program and everything you guys have built in the culture, like how would you sum it up? Like what would you tell someone, like, hey, like this is why I love this program and this is why I'm glad I'm here.
I would say for Athens as a whole, I just love the community and the people here, and Uptown is great, and it's just so close to the campus, and I just think it's beautiful here. And I would say for like the golf program specifically, last year our word was family, this year our word is trust. And so I would say that sums it up. I think we're a program that we're very close and we trust each other on and off the course. And I think that's huge. And I think we're just really fortunate to be here and working with coach, and we all, like I said, we have a shared mindset, we have a shared goal, and I think that that's kind of tough to find where we all care about each other as people, and coach truly cares about us as individuals. And I think that's what makes our program unique, because some programs don't have that and we have that here, and so I think that's what kind of sets us apart.
Thanks, Morgan. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thanks to Morgan Rogers for joining us here on Bobcat Tracks. All of our guests, fantastic as always. Zane, Zeta, Morgan, thank you so much for joining us. Again, we're going to continue this once a month here on Bobcat Tracks. So we'll be back for a December version here in about a month or so. We'll get a December episode out as, again, we wind down the fall and we get into winter here in Athens. Appreciate all of our guests as always. Appreciate Sam Mater getting us all set up today. Jordan Bowes as well for helping us out with putting this together and editing. And we continue on here in November across Ohio Athletics. For tickets to any events, go to OhioBobcats.com. We want you out at events, obviously in the winter, mostly here inside the combo, and then obviously swim and dive over at the Aquatic Center. Please come out, support Bobcats, and come out and be loud here inside the combo. We'll talk to you in December here on Bobcat Tracks. So long from Athens.